Located in Tuscany, Il Borro is a medieval village transformed into a luxury hotel, winery, and restaurant by Ferruccio Ferragamo. We finally get our chance to visit this place. Here's what staying in a Tuscan village looks like. It's all in the latest episode of Exotic Wine Travel. So it's our first morning here at Il Borro. We got in late last night. We took an 10-hour train ride from Lecce to Florence, and I had to pick up my car, and it's Easter weekend here in Italy, so the traffic was terrible. Whew, we got in late last night, got a nice meal, but we're ready to have some breakfast. The luxurious breakfast is just what we needed after a long day of travel. It's a varied spread that includes Italy's famous burrata cheese.
Well, the skin is really thin, and it looks like it's got more fat content than the previous one that we had.
After breakfast, we take a stroll through the village, which has a few museums and artisanal shops. We don't have a lot of time to wander though. We have appointments for yoga and a couples massage in the spa. So we're at the spa. We're all excited for our couples massage. Well, I'm excited for massage. Shireen doesn't like massage so much. Let's see how it is. After the massage, we enjoy the private spa, which works up our appetite. Chef Andrea Campani meets us at Osteria del Borro and talks about his partnership with Il Borro and the type of cuisine at both restaurants on the property.
We started to work together 7 years ago. I had my own restaurant nearby in a small village, and we start to cook in a little bit different way. We always respect our tradition. We try to give a little bit more authentic and sometimes also ethical cuisine. We use 80-90% of our ingredients come from Tuscany, and a lot of vegetables come from our garden. So the vegetables are the most important. If you use it in the right moment, you can create a fantastic dish with 2-3 single ingredients.
What kind of experience you want your customers to have when they dine at your restaurants?
To feel the happiness that we have working here. Try to discover a new face of Tuscany cuisine.
All that talking makes us hungry. We start the meal with a few humble soups. Barley soup like my grandma used to make.
Tuscany in this.
Great texture. And pea. Oh, fresh pea.
And the pasta.
The pasta is really perfectly al dente. Pecorino, when you have with pasta, come on, you really don't need to do much.
We pair the meal with a few wines from the state, including Il Borro's signature wine, the Toscano Rosso. I love this blend of Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah. But today, Shireen finds something even more exciting, the Alessandro del Borro Syrah.
The moment you smell it, right, you know it's a damn serious one. Amazingly tight. Hits you, sits hard on the front palate. The tannins are very integrated, really round up, really small, fine grain, and it spreads out very elegantly. It's quite linear now on the palate. I imagine it will gradually become more expressive over time. Right now, I think it's only at the beginning stage of being very nice to drink.
We are stuffed, but we have to make time for tasting at the cellar.
Popular tradition, wine was considered the elixir of life.
After a quick introductory film, we walk through Ferruccio Ferragamo's private art collection.
A girl and a glass of wine take care of every need, and he who does not drink or kiss is worse than death.
Next, we head out to the vineyards, which are organically certified. While Il Borro has French grapes, their focus in the recent years has shifted to Sangiovese. We march through the new and old cellars. The modern cellar includes several clay vessels, which Il Borro is experimenting with. After the quick tour, we start the tasting of
Sangiovese-based wines, and we're quite impressed with the three in front of us. You want to talk about these three?
Yeah, so they're all made with 100% Sangiovese, but you know, you've got your bubble style rosé, and then you've got your still rosé, and you've got this 100% Sangiovese red made in amphora. So I really like this because it shows the purity of the fruit and with really good structure, acidity, tannins, very drinkable for 2017 wine.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it smells delicate, but it's pretty darn big and full, actually, right? The Rosato actually impressed me because for a lighter style rosé, light color, you still have freshness, but you have substantial body, which I like a lot.
I also like the sparkling, the Il Borro, because well, how often do you get a sparkling Sangiovese? And at the same time, you can see that they are very serious about it. It's 48 months on the lease, and in the next vintage is going to be 60 months. So it's very interesting to get this developed nuttiness, yeast, breadiness on the wine, and also it still retains the fruit with good acidity.
After the dry wines, we're given a taste of Il Borro's Vinsanto.
The smell kind of reminds me of a 20-year tawny pot, but could be 30 as well, because on the nose you just smell the harmony of an old wine. Kind of like a comforting old bookshelf as well. You know, the wood and old paper. I love it. So for something so sweet hitting the front palate and mid palate, the finish is clean, dry. Well, not dry, but very refreshing.
We start the next day with a little horseback riding. We're not the most experienced riders in the world, so the slow trot through the vineyards is both relaxing and fitting for our skill level. Ready or not, it's time for dinner.
Frozen, like granita, you know Sicilian granita?
Chef Andrea put together a special menu for Easter. We start with a few appetizers, a few wines, and some wild boar.
Look at this, it's like a tiny piece of meat, but it has so much flavor.
We can't resist ordering a bottle of the latest vintage of Sangiovese in amphora.
White, rosé, and red here at Il Borro.
The spaghetti with sea urchin and breadcrumbs takes Shireen by surprise.
I think he incorporated the sea urchin with breadcrumb, so it gives a texture. It dulls the flavor, it dulls back the flavor of the sea urchin a little bit. It's just essentially such a simple dish. I mean, it's just pasta with sea urchin breadcrumb. But it has great flavors, a lot of texture. I learned something new from this dish. I mean, I'm going to make breadcrumb with sea urchin in the future. Fried ragu inside.
The dishes keep coming. Before long, we're stuffed, and it's time for bed. The next morning, it's time to eat again. There's a special Easter brunch buffet prepared by the team.
Pork chop is really good. Sparkling wine. Thank you.
We're stuffed again, but it's a fantastic cap to our few days at Il Borro. The last few days have almost been too good to be true. We can't wait to make it back to this slice of paradise in Tuscany.